I'd like to call the City of LaPorte Common Council meeting to order on June 16th, 2025. It is 6:03. We will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Carol Ficus. Roll call. Clerk Treasurer Parthune.
Councilwoman Ficus. Present. Councilwoman Huffman.
Present.
Councilman Galloway. Here. Councilman Frankie is absent. Councilwoman Konechny is in a new seat.
Present. I know,
Councilwoman West, I'm sorry.
I'm here.
And Councilman Buchanan is absent. 2 absent, 5 present. Thank you, guys.
Approval of minutes. Do I have a motion?
I would like to make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Petitions and comments of citizens. Just a reminder, I have 2 here. Please state your name and address for the record. There is a limit of 3 minutes and no personal attack, and it is not a question and answer period. So with that, let's begin with Sierra Sujesh. Welcome back.
If you have one, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm back to harass you a little bit. My name is Sierra Sujesh, and I live on Jefferson Avenue. I love having the dumpster program. Very well, I've made use of it over the years. I still have one complaint. Those dumpsters are so tall that I could not reach the top of it standing on the ground. Last week, I went to drop off a mattress, and I couldn't get it over, so I just left it leaning against it. I've said something before, but nothing's ever been done to make it easier for short people or old people like me to get their stuff inside. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor, may I make a comment? Hey, Sue, yes. You think you're short? I'm not throwing no mattresses in there because I'll never make it.
Thank you, Sue. Rick Ogle.
Rick Ogle, 1902 Indiana Ave. I just read the agenda for the Common Council meeting, and I had 2 questions, and I guess I'm not even supposed to be asking, so.
No, please, go ahead while you're here.
Is there an update on Indiana Ave on how it's going?
I mean, it's progressing as expected. I'm not sure if there's something.
So everything's up to date as to how it's going?
Yes.
Okay.
At least far as I know, unless you know something that,
No, I just thought that they would be further on the street.
okay.
There's
than-
progress meetings every Board of Works meeting day. I know that. So tomorrow would be another progress meeting, I would.
Oh, I have to go to the golf course.
Oh, okay.
Priority.
And I get a lot of questions about speeding on Indiana Ave. And what is the fine amount for a speeding ticket generally, and how much does the city receive off of that speeding ticket?
The majority of the funds go to the state. I think it actually goes to their academy program, if I'm not mistaken. But the majority of it, when I say a couple bucks, there's probably only a couple bucks that stay here within the city.
So almost everything
Minute.
goes to the state, and then you get funds back for whatever. Thank you.
Thank you.
We do have a new agenda template. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, due to state law, change in state law, there is a new template, additional paperwork to show the public what's needed, that most everybody already knows, but it'll now appear on all agenda items and so forth. Okay, that will take care of the petitions and comments of citizens. Standing committee report. We'll begin with Councilwoman Lauren Huffman.
I do not have anything to report this evening.
Councilwoman Ficus.
Park Board will meet this Wednesday, 4 PM at the Park Office, and then Traffic Commission meets again on Tuesday, July 1st, 5 PM at the Police Station.
And one thing about the Traffic Commission, I think, just for public record, as I learned today, the Traffic Commission said they're going to remove the speed bumps at Riley for the summer.
We would like to. People are complaining about them, so at last we talked, it does hurt the road to put the speed bump down and, like take it in and out. So Mike is gonna look at something, maybe a different alternative, maybe a smoother speed bump. But again, that has to come out of his budget, so he's just gonna do some checking to see what we can do. But we will take it out for the summer for people.
Chief Snyder made it very clear today that they're coming out. So
Yeah,
I think
we've
they
had
could
so
be
many-
out any day.
I like them, they're doing their job, but for the summer, right now, we're just gonna see how it goes.
Councilman Galloway.
The rec dedication went along fine. We had a little problem with the microphone, but everything turned out real good. And the mayor did show up. Thank you, Mayor.
I love being there.
Now, let's see, Police Merit Commission, they said, outside of 39, it's getting all backed up with traffic because they're doing work out there. But they had 3 graduated from leadership program, and they did a blitz on Pond Lake Avenue. They pulled 43 cars over in 3 hours. They give 36 warnings and 7 citations and 1 drug arrest.
I wasn't sure what happened. I felt like there was a consistent funeral up there because people were driving so slow. So it definitely worked.
Yeah, so now we're gonna start getting, when we meet reports, police department, what they're doing, so.
Thank you. Councilwoman West.
The bid received $7,000 from the insurance company to fix the planter on the corner of Lincoln Way and Michigan Ave. Perennials galore have been filling up all the planters around our city, and they look wonderful. And it was reported also that the trees on Monroe were removed and will be replaced with 9 lit bollards similar to the ones in Plaza 618. This way, all electricity will be moved into those bollards with circuit breakers, which will save money due to the fuses being blown and the fact that we have to call an electrician in every time that happens. The bollards and the concrete filler is supported by the UEA, so this project has been funded, so there'll be no cost to the bid. Their next meeting will be July 14th at 5 PM in City Chambers. And the next Fire Merit Commission meeting will be July 2nd at 6:30 at the Fire Station Number 1 on 18th Street. And the next UEA meeting will be June 18th at 4 right here in the City Chambers.
Councilwoman Konechny.
Nothing to report this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So many of you may have heard, but people, every day as we get close to the 4th of July, people say how much they appreciate the flags in our community. And it's been an amazing annual process of having our flags to show our support to those that fight for our freedom. And I think it's gotten to the point where people just think they come up, come down without any financial support or anybody doing that work. And we're fortunate today to have the man that has done this for 24 years for the city of LaPorte, and this should not go unnoticed. We're so thankful of Mr. Jim Roy for paying for the flags to make sure they go up, and our community is veteran proud, freedom proud, and Mr. Roy, if you don't mind coming forward, who better than our veteran councilman, Roger Galloway? We have a proclamation to share with you, and Mr. Galloway, if you'd like to speak to that.
City of LaPorte, Indiana, proclamation. Whereas the flag of the United States of America was originally adopted on June 14, 1777, and represented the original 13 colonies of our new country, and whereas our stars and stripes represented America in all of our glory, red for valor and bravery, white for purity and innocence, blue for vigilance, perseverance, and justice. Whereas in response to the September 11, 2001 attack on our country, Jim Roy decided to honor our nation and celebrate all of the brave men and women who represent it around the world by donating flags and the hardware needed for them to line the streets of LaPorte. And whereas over the years, Jim has donated thousands of dollars in flags and hardware to the city of LaPorte, the flags lining our streets honor not just our United States of America, but also the individual groups who serve. And whereas the American flag remains a living piece of history and a source of pride and unity for all Americans. The Stars and Stripes embodies the very qualities that make our nation great: liberty, justice, freedom, and love of country. The same can be said of Jim Roy and his unwavering devotion to our city and the living history that he continues with these generous efforts. Now, therefore, I, Thomas P. Dermody, Mayor of the City of LaPorte, Indiana, and further declare tomorrow, June 17, 2025, as Jim Roy Day in LaPorte, and encourage our residents to honor his generosity and his ongoing contributions to the spirit of our community. In witness thereof, I undo set my hand and the great seal of the City of LaPorte of Indiana, the 16th day of June 2025. Thomas P. Dermody, Mayor of the City of LaPorte.
Jim Roy, thank you. If you don't mind sharing how this all started and how many flags, everything.
Started with 90 24 years ago. We're at 780 this year.
That's amazing.
And every year, those flags are replaced.
Wow.
I buy new poles. I will never put up the same flag. If it's taken down, it goes to the VFW or the American Legion for disposal. But every year, there are new flags. And we're up to 780 this year.
And, you know, you think about the quiet work that he's done, and everybody just sees the flags appear each year, and people have no idea where that comes from.
It's roughly about $10,000 a year, 10 to 12 I put into it.
Hey, Jim, from a veteran, thank you.
You're welcome.
What we'd like to do is, if you don't mind, we'd like to hand this proclamation, take a photo
a
for Jim
picture.
Roy Day tomorrow.
Okay.
Council ladies.
All the short people in front, that's me.
Yeah, Courtney, get up front.
Come on, Court.
I'm back here with Nick.
Thank you.
Jim, how you doing?
Okay.
Thank you, Jim.
Can you see Courtney?
You can see Courtney.
See Courtney up here?
Thank you. Also, Jim is a supplier of many chocolate pies at County Fair each year. Thank you, Jim.
I think so.
Going to mention the dumpster thing or not?
That's a,
I know it doesn't have to be voted on.
yeah, so have Jeff come up and speak to it.
Under other business or?
Yeah.
All right, let's get the show on the road.
Second and final reading of an ordinance.
Not here, so I think Roger's going to do it, Mr. Bowles.
Councilman
I
Galloway,
told Tim I'd read it.
thank you.
We just need the title by title.
An ordinance of the Common Council of the City of LaPorte, Indiana, for the purpose of establishing councilman district.
Yeah, we need a motion.
I move to read the ordinance for the second and final time.
Second.
Motion and a second. By
By title only.
Already beat you.
motion and a second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Councilman Galloway.
Want me to read it again?
Correct.
Sorry, I jumped ahead there. An ordinance of the Common Council of the City of LaPorte, Indiana, for the purpose of establishing councilmanic districts.
So we'll let Mr. Otis handle this.
Yep, so this is the final reading. Obviously, we've had quite a process, a lot of opportunity for public input. Ultimately, there were two proposals submitted. You would be approving the one submitted by Councilman Frankie on behalf of the council. Both of the plans are very similar, and I think the idea was that, and again, I was not involved in this because my role is to give the legal advice, not to draw districts, but the districts did not change drastically. It was really to get them so that they were closer together percentage-wise based off of population. And so this needed to be done by the end of this month, recommending approval.
The public has had an opportunity to discuss this, see these, be involved. Is there anybody from the public that would like to speak on the districts? Council, questions?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion and a second, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Introduction of an ordinance. Councilwoman Ficus.
Your Honor, I move to introduce an ordinance read for the first time in its entirety.
Second.
Motion and a second, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Councilwoman Ficus.
An ordinance establishing a parking space at 824 Lincoln Way to be designated as a loading-unloading zone. Whereas the Traffic Commission, after due consideration, has recommended to the Common Council of the City of LaPorte that the parking space at 824 Lincoln Way, located directly north of the alley on the east side of Indiana Avenue, to be designated as a loading-unloading zone. Now therefore be it, and is hereby ordained by the Common Council of the City of LaPorte, Indiana, that Section 1, the parking space at 824 Lincoln Way, located directly north of the alley on the east side of Indiana Avenue, shall be designated as a loading-unloading zone. Section 2, this ordinance shall be in full force and effect upon its passage, approval by the mayor, and publication as required by law. End of ordinance.
Would you like to speak to this ordinance?
Yeah, Kathy Jesse from the Women's Care Center attended a Traffic Commission meeting, and she was the one that made the request. Mothers in need have a chance to earn large items for their babies, and so a lot of times they have to take them to their vehicle, and if they come out the front door, they might not have a parking space or, too far down. So there's actually a parking space that's right outside their side door. That would be nice if that was designated as a loading-unloading zone, so that the moms could, just go right out the side door. The thing with it, and Kathy understands, is that it would be a loading-unloading zone for anyone, like, on that block. It's not designated just for the Women's Care Center.
Right.
Any complaints from Traffic Commission or concerns?
No.
Other comments?
I will be abstaining from this vote because it's on an NDOT road.
Okay. But the road isn't a NDOT road.
It's still,
It's an alleyway, correct?
No.
it's the road.
It's,
Okay. Hearing no other comments, this will now move to the first meeting in July, which is
7th.
July, if you can believe it,
It's on the
July
next full
7th. Oh,
agenda.
there it is, yes. There's so much verbiage now.
I know.
House Bill 1509.
Introduction of a resolution, Councilwoman Knežny.
Your Honor, I'd like to introduce the resolution read in its entirety for the first and only time.
Second.
Motion and a second, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, Councilwoman Knežny.
A resolution approving use of the tax abatement on personal property taxes created by the equipment purchases. Whereas Haynes International, here in Haynes, received a 10-year personal property tax abatement from LaPorte County on August 28, 2017. A copy of the said resolution is attached as Exhibit A for personal property for the use at 3238 North State Road 39, LaPorte, Indiana 46350, parcel number 46-6-15-400-20-000-042. And whereas the City of LaPorte, Indiana annexed the above referenced parcel in 2024, and the City of LaPorte intends to offer Haynes the balance of the personal property tax abatement offered by LaPorte County. And whereas on May 29, 2025, Haynes, with the city planner as required, an application for consideration for a statement of benefits. And whereas Haynes has filed an economic revitalization area statement of benefits for personal property tax deduction for its operation within the City of LaPorte. And whereas Haynes agrees to comply with the conditions set forth in the resolution number 90-2, section 7. And whereas Haynes intends to purchase manufacturing equipment with an approximate cost of $2,740,436 to be housed in the above referenced parcel, which will be a result of hiring up to 50 employees at full production. And whereas the city planner has prepared a recent concerning such deductions. Now therefore, may it be resolved by the Common Council of the, Common Council of the City of LaPorte as follows. Number one, LaPorte County passed a resolution on August 28th, 2017, giving Haynes International a 10-year personal property tax abatement. In 2024, the City of LaPorte annexed the parcel where Haynes International conducts business. Number two, there remains 3 years available on the 10-year personal property tax abatement. Number three, that the estimate of up to 50 for the number of jobs to be created can be reasonably expected to result from the proposed personal property improvements. Number four, that the estimate of the value of the new manufacturing equipment, $2,740,436, is reasonable for the project of this nature. Number five, that the totality of benefits is sufficient to justify the deductions. Number six, that the deduction is in the maximum amount of $2,740,436 be granted to Haynes by granting on new manufacturing equipment for a period of 10 years. Number seven, that Mayor Thomas Dermody is hereby authorized to approve the statement of benefits submitted on behalf of Haynes International. End of resolution.
So this is a resolution, can pass this evening. Craig Phillips is here from Plan Department. Welcome, Craig.
Good evening. So yeah, you have two items to take up in terms of business related to this. One is the passage of the resolution basically furthering the abatement that was approved by the county in 2017. As was stated, there are 3 years remaining on this personal property tax abatement period. There was an estimate of up to 50 jobs to be created for this, and then there was the estimate of the manufacturing, the numbers that were given to you in the resolution. Although the jobs number has not been realized, the value of the new manufacturing equipment has far exceeded the expectations for the taxes that will ultimately be generated from this project. So I think in kind of just in consideration of some of the situations we've seen before where there's not total compliance, there's an reasonable effort to comply, as we've seen in other situations with other abatements where something exceeds and maybe something doesn't. This is a similar situation. We haven't had an opportunity to have a conversation with Haynes about the status of this. We would plan to do that before next year so that we have a little bit more information. This just came to our attention within the last month after we took care of all the other tax abatements. So we will be requesting both the approval of the resolution, continuing the tax abatement, for lack of a better term, and then approval of the CF1 compliance form for this year to be submitted to the county so that they can continue to receive that abatement. And I'm happy to answer any other questions you have, provide any other information you need regarding this.
But this was the abatement led by the county
Led by
for
the
7
county.
years. So we're
Yes.
transitioning into the city.
The wording's a little, I'm just seeking clarification. This is for the last 3 years that was left.
A 10-year period.
Correct, okay, so then number six, if the way that I read that, it's for the 10-year period started in 2017. This isn't 3 plus another 10, correct?
Correct. This is regarding that period starting in 17.
Thank you.
Yes.
Other comments?
So is this like, they go 10, 20?
20, 30, yeah, so
Okay.
it's 190 and so on, so we're in the 30, 20, 10 period.
Okay, thank you.
Further comments?
I'd like to make a motion to approve both the resolution and the CF1 for compliance,
Based on reasonable effort to comply.
based on reasonable effort to comply, please.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Introduction of another resolution to transfer funds. Councilman Galloway.
Your Honor, I'd like to introduce a resolution and read it for its one and only time.
Motion and a second. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Councilman Galloway.
Resolution to transfer funds within the 2025 budgets. Whereas there are additional monies needed in certain line items in the 2025 budgets in order to pay for essential services and obligations. Now therefore be it, and it is, Hereby resolved by the Common Council of the City of LaPorte, Indiana, that the following transfers be made within the following budgets for the year 2025. MVH Fund, 2202-524, from 290 supplies to 361 repairs maintenance, $1,100.
So this was requested by Superintendent Fraze for the street department. Questions? Normal business, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes. Other business, we have an update that does not necessarily need to be voted on. But we do have Jeff Batchelor here from Code Enforcement. If you could come forward and explain. We've had some individuals that are taking advantage of the dumpster program.
Oh, no.
So we need to adjust, and if you don't mind sharing the concerns and then reading.
I think we want people taking advantage of the dumpster program. I think we mean abusing the dumpster program.
Probably abusing, yes, bringing
Yeah,
tractor
yeah.
trailers.
Yeah, it's been very helpful. The citizens in LaPorte, most of them are very respectful in it. You know, they follow the rules and that stuff, but last Saturday that we were open, there was 2 U-Hauls that showed up there to use the dumpsters. We usually are open till about 1 o'clock and that stuff, and because of the dumpsters and the U-Hauls showing up, we were closed by 10 o'clock. You know, and it's just not, you know, a lot of people that work during the week, that's their time to be able to take and come and put it in there, and they just fill it up so quick, and we get a payloader in to smash it down, but it just takes up all the space. So it's just people not being respectful for other people on that. And then also, we have contractors using it still, so it's our chance to be able to take and just reaffirm what we're taking and doing with the or with the dumpster program, make sure people's doing what they're supposed to do and that. So that's all I'm asking. Just, we go out there, we see it, you know, and when we approached them last time, they said, we live in the city of LaPorte, so we can take and do that. And I didn't have no grounds to take and say no. Now we have the grounds to take and stop them from taking and doing that.
If I could have Mr. Otis just read the update that we'd like to add.
The City of LaPorte dumpster program has been a success for our residents. However, we have to continually evolve to allow maximum benefits to all residents. Going forward, the city will not allow any type of box trucks to use the dumpster program. A person can only make 1 trip to the dumpster per day. Additionally, no businesses can use the dumpster program. The city reserves the right to deny use of the dumpster program to any person who abuses the benefits of the dumpster program.
So this is something that does not need to be voted on, but are there questions from the council? Because it's a fantastic program, so many people use it.
Very good. I have one comment. Love your shirt, buddy.
No, I was going to say the same thing. Love your shirt.
Yeah.
Other comments?
I would just comment, there are a lot of, you know, for large things, I mean, you can go to Waste Management, there's private businesses that you can, pay to take this away. This is for one-off things like the example that she gave earlier, Sierra Sue gave. I had a trampoline suffer wind damage and was able to take it there, so that's what it's for, not for people that are scrapping or other things like that.
Right on.
And if there's a handicapped person or an elderly person like Sue that needs help with it and that stuff, you're more than welcome to give me a call, and we can meet you there to take and help get it off the truck or whatever you're taking and doing and that stuff, because it's just a phone call. We'll help you.
They had a front-end loader there loading stuff up the day I was there, yeah.
We have a front end loader.
Another
Take and
question
smash it
here. She handicapped or old? Now, get this out here. What is she?
Sue, does that solve that then, if you can call ahead of time? Good.
I'm on my game tonight, buddy.
Mike said we set it outside. One time we had a slate pool table and not even having young help when we could.
Huh? I'm going to email it to you right when I get home. I made myself a note.
They would use the front end over.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any questions before we go?
Thanks for what you do, Jeff.
Yes, Jeff, thank you.
So just a reminder, our thoughts and prayers to the tragic events, that happened in Minnesota over the
Oh,
weekend.
jeez.
Our thoughts and prayers are with the family, the political officials that were shot, state representatives, and somehow We gotta find a way to put the politics aside and work together, one person at a time. And we don't have to agree, but we do have to change the course moving forward somehow. So
Yeah.
one person at a time, if we can just sit down and work together, it'll be beneficial. So, you know, we see the things on social media, how they get people geared up here at a local level. An individual coming to another person from up here to their home is unacceptable, and it happened. And
Go to my home.
we have to get back to respecting each other and working together. So please keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers. And again, hopefully, we can do this one day at a time to bring kindness and respect back.
I'm just gonna say something.
Any other comments?
Yes, we have a car show at the VFW. We got a band middle of the day and middle of the road at night. So it'll be a good car show.
Bands.
When will that be? Saturday?
Saturday. Yeah, and we do have a chili cook-off and ribs coming up, and I will let you know for sure about the ribs, okay?
I'll be there.
Okay.
And then also just Park Department, July 3rd, fireworks. Go ahead, Julie.
Oh, and I just also wanted to share with everyone, on July 26th, it's the Saturday that Lake Fest starts. It starts on Friday, but we have their 5K family walk run, and where all the funds will go to additional AEDs for our police officers in their cars and maintenance of the batteries and pads. So we'd love to see you guys come out and support that. It affects us all, so.
I have a
hope you join
question.
us.
Do you have an old people shuffle? Because I can't run her.
We absolutely,
Shuffle.
we absolutely do. Yeah.
But July 3rd, fireworks, Fox Park, don't miss them. And then obviously the capital for the day, July 4th for the parade.
Real quick, Roger, speaking of that, at the Earth Day 5K that the Park Department put on, of a veteran, I'm trying to think how old he was.
It was like 80 or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
he finished the 5K, and it was incredible to watch him cross the finish line, so.
I'd have to pull a wagon behind me with Miller Lite. I couldn't make it otherwise.
All right, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor?